I'm Cathy Thomas, delighted to welcome Nick Weber, executive chef at the new restaurant, Populair, a modern Cal-French bistro at South Coast Plaza. Chef will share his take on Ratatouille. Welcome, Chef. Ratatouille. Oh, I love Ratatouille. You've got some expected and unexpected ingredients.
Yes, I do. I have a little gochujang, so
Yes.
fermented Korean chili paste. Adds a little heat to it because I like my things spicy, and like a meatiness to it, which is really good. And then also we'll be finishing it off with the egg yolk, kind of like a steak tartare. So again, it just makes it a little bit richer and yummy and creamy, creams it out a little bit. So
Delicious. Let's get started.
let's get started.
All right.
So first we're gonna cut up our zucchinis, squash, and eggplant, and make sure our pan is hot. We'll turn that up a little bit. We do want to get a nice hard sear, just build those flavors.
Yeah, and that caramelization, makes it kind of sweet, doesn't it?
It does, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I have never cut my vegetables in half and caramelized.
Get a nice sear, right?
It's such a good idea.
Yeah, because it's just building flavor as we go. A
Little salt into the pan.
And
And tell me about this pan.
this is a pan I picked up just for cooking at home and when we go camping with the family at the beach. I don't know, I just grew up cooking on cast iron in the kitchens, and I just love it. Nothing gets a harder sear. I had my grandmother's pan for years. It cracked, I used it so much.
I'll be darned.
I've never seen a cast iron pan crack.
No,
but
I've never heard of it.
I was able to do it.
Can I make this in advance, Chef?
I think it's better in advance.
I do too.
Yeah, it's like soup, right? It's better the next day. And the eggplant, I like to score it a little bit too, just to get some of that salt deeper into there. You can move on to your onions as well, where we're getting some color on that.
Oh, beautiful.
There we go.
Such a good idea. I'm never going to do it any other way.
Right? And then also in advance, I roasted the bell peppers for this recipe.
Right, and you peeled and seeded them?
Correct. The thing about this dish too is it's rustic, so if you don't have the best knife skills, it really doesn't matter.
Beautiful.
We're doing okay here. Looks like we know what we're doing.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
And then we can kind of work our onions in here too. Also the garlic, I don't really chop it up. I like some big thick slices.
I'm downwind of this.
Starting to smell those onions, right?
And it's just like, who doesn't like to cook?
Right? So now that we have starting to build a caramelization, we're gonna go back to the squash and the zucchini and give it a nice dice. Do you want to add 2 tablespoons of the tomato paste?
You betcha.
And the gochujang. Now we're gonna get a little funky smell in there from that gochujang.
It's a complex taste, isn't it?
It is, yeah, very much so. Want to pop those cherry tomatoes in too. These are the green and red bell peppers that we roasted the night before.
Right, and they cut in strips?
We're gonna dice them too to put them in there, yeah.
I grew up on green bell peppers. I got one every day in my lunch.
A bell pepper in your lunch?
Yes.
Wow. You ate it like an apple.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The other kids never wanted my lunch.
You can never get a fair trade. When you roast them, you'll have all this reserved juice in the bowl. It has awesome flavor, so we're just gonna pour that in. So we'll probably season this 3 to 4 times throughout the cooking process. I like to season now and then about half hour in the oven. The tomato will get that nice thick crust on top. Stir that back in and re-season. I'm gonna give that a stir and I'll pour these in. And you don't have to buy the crushed ones, you can buy the whole ones and just crush them by your hand. Right in the middle, just kind of nestle it in there. And
Fresh thyme.
Fresh thyme, and then we'll cut some parsley. And we're just gonna give a chiffonade stem and all. Very rustic to leave the stem. You wanna give it a good drizzle of olive oil on top. Kind of emulsifies with that tomato. At this point, we're gonna put this in the oven for an hour and a half. I like to check it every half hour.
And what are you checking for?
I'm checking for the caramelization of the tomatoes, and then also what kind of color we're getting on the veggies in there. Once we get that, I like to stir it all back into itself, and that helps thicken up the tomato sauce too, because that nice concentrated on the top. While that's in the oven, we're gonna make our crostini.
All right, crostini ahead.
And I prefer to do it in a pan with some olive oil opposed to the oven, because then you get the nice chewy center still and the crispy outside. This is a sourdough bowl, so I mean you can do any kind of bread you want. Basically, you can just buy sliced regular sourdough and toast it. But I just like the funkiness of the sourdough. So it's almost like a pan-fried crostini, right? If you got time restraint, you're doing the dinner party, bang them out ahead of time. It's still gonna be good.
I mean, this is the perfect dish for summer entertaining.
Correct. So now we're just gonna take some of our ratatouille.
Look at that. Oh, shit.
So then I like to make a little well out of it for our egg yolk.
And you're using your fingers as a little sieve.
Go back and forth.
Yeah, and in it goes. Look at
In
that.
it goes.
Ah.
A little finishing salt on top of that. And then a drizzle of olive oil over that cave-aged Gruyere cheese. And microplane it over the top. And then we're gonna take our crostini. And there you go.
Oh, Chef, it's just gorgeous. And I know every bite is going to be irresistible.
It's pretty damn yummy.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah, thank you.
Here's a quick tip from Melissa's. Mustard greens are one of the most nutrient-dense plants on the planet. I love the way adding a smidgen of hot Italian sausage to the dish tames the assertive greens. Those sausage nubs offer crunchy pizzazz. Those frilly-edged leaves have a distinct mustard aroma and yummy peppery taste. It's a spicy flavor profile that welcomes sausage or bacon or prosciutto, pancetta or smoked turkey. A little acid is welcome too. Here, dry white wine provides that spark, but lemon juice or vinegar would add a nice touch too. Serve this delicious mix over cooked farro or rice. It's a quick to prepare nutritional powerhouse. The produce aisles are filled with so many delicious choices. Try something new, have an adventure.